Hello folks, it is day 5 of the Cube Boss event and we are fighting the Enamel Cube once again. Today I'll be adding some optimization that I didn't cover in the day 2 version of this boss. Before that, let's see what has changed. Once again, it's the modifiers. The resistance has been changed from Electro and Pyro into Cryo and Physical. The other big change is the condition to have your attack decrease by 25%. Before, this happened when your health is less than 50%, but now it happens when your health is more than 50%, so you want to get hit. I'll talk about a good way to drop your health at the start of the fight. The other changes are pretty minor and probably won't affect your gameplay at all. For today's challenge, I once again select all the mods that doesn't directly affect my DPS. Since we only need about 2900 points to get all the rewards, or even just 2000 points to get the unique rewards, I don't need to worry about too much on the time and health constraint. I just pick the lowest option to get the bonus points. And lastly, since my carry is a Razor who does physical damage, I will not be taking the physical debuff. Speaking of my Razor, here's his stats. It's exactly the same as all the other fights. Very mediocre crit, with 66% physical bonus damage to boost him up. A Refinement 1 Prototype Archaic, and some 4-star artifacts. Only the Feather and Goblet is plus 16 since they contribute the most to my DPS. I don't have a crit rate or crit damage helmet, so that's why I didn't bother upgrading it too much. I'm still waiting to get a good artifact set for my boy. He is at Constellation 2 because of some lucky pulls during the previous raid up banner. And his talents is just 646. I should raise his E to level 6, but I haven't farmed enough damage mass yet. I probably will soon. For today's team, I decided to bring Lisa out of retirement.
I'll keep an eye on you.
Here's my thought process for my team. I only need Razor to do all my damage, so everyone else is just extra support. Today, I'll be optimizing the Tornado phase, so bring in Archer. I have Fischl and Amber, but since I already have 2 Electro, I decided to use Amber. And since I'm choosing Amber, might as well choose a second Pyro unit for that 15% attack buff. And that's my reason for this team comp today. Now on to the boss. At the beginning, if you run into the boss as close as you can, he will always do a clap attack.
You're in for a little shock.
I use this clap attack to reduce my health below 50%. If a single clap doesn't take you below 50%, then dash before getting hit to take the extra 75% damage. I give the boss some space after the clap attack since he might use the vacuum attack, which he does in this case. This lets me avoid the vacuum by staying outside the circle. I have no idea what this atomic energy orb is, and I cannot pick it up. I'm constantly trying and nothing's happening. After 2 or 3 attacks, the boss will summon tornadoes, and this is where the new trick takes place. My goal is to hit as many tornadoes as I can with another element. Characters that can place down turrets will help a lot. After placing down your turrets, switch to your archer and try to hit as many tornadoes as you can with a charge shot. This phase is a little RNG because you might get hit by a stray tornado and die. Good thing it's still early in the fight. Every tornado that's imbued with another element will leave behind a non-enamel orb. We will be using these orbs when the boss does his pulse attack. Every time the boss goes invincible, make sure to break a prism so you can ride the current and avoid the next attack. When he does the wing flaps in the center of the arena, glide towards him and use a plunging attack to stop it. This will cause the boss to be open to attack. This is also your biggest opportunity, so use all your bursts. You can dodge the clap attack by either dashing or gliding high above. After a while, the boss will spawn more prisms, so you don't need to worry about destroying them since they'll keep coming back. And this is the pulse attack. The boss will absorb 3 of the orbs floating around and pulse the arena. The boss will heal if it absorbs a wind orb. However, if it absorbs a different element, it will get stunned. I was unlucky here and the boss picked all 3 of the wind orbs, so I didn't get the stun opportunity. I will show a successful stun after the fight. There's a couple ways to avoid the pulses. One is to ride the wind current and stay in the air. You can also climb a geo construct from the MC, Zhongli, or Albedo. You can also hold Venti's E and ride his own wind current. Another attack the boss didn't do on this fight is shooting 3 orbs at you. You will also see that after this fight. In the last phase, the boss will spawn 5 orbs for you to pick up. 4 of them will be stationary and 1 of them will circle around clockwise. Try to grab all 5 to prevent the boss from healing. If you fail to get all 5, then the boss will heal and you'll have to do part of this phase again. The orbs spawn randomly, so try to use your best judgment to ride the wind current. Remember, you can close your glider and do a plunging attack to get back down. And that's it. I got a little more point than day 2. Keep watching for all the individual attacks. First, I'll go over the 3 bullets the boss didn't use. When it forms a vertical diamond, the boss will shoot 3 orbs at you that detonate on impact. If you are on the ground, then make sure you dash to avoid getting hit. You can also avoid this in the air. Just make sure you are circling around the boss and not going directly at him to dodge the bullet. Here's another look at the tornado phase. You can either stay in the air and ignore the tornadoes entirely, or try to imbue as many as you can with another element. For the pulsing attack that comes later, the boss will be absorbing the orbs in the air. He can absorb a maximum of 3 orbs and it will heal him each time. However, if it's not an Anemo orb, then the boss will get stunned instead. You can avoid the pulse by gliding on a wind current created by a prism or venti. You can also stay on top of a geo construct to avoid the pulse. The third way is to run to the edge of the arena and just jump over the pulse when you see it coming. I don't suggest that method because there's a lot of downtime running back in if you're not an archer. When the boss goes to the middle of the room and transforms into a beautiful butterfly, you will want to use a plunging attack on it. This will also disable the boss for the longest time, so use all your burst. The boss has a clap attack that also spawns 3 shockwaves. As long as you're nearby, the shockwaves will not hit you. Just dodge the clap as normal. When the boss uses its vacuum attack, try to be outside the circle or be in the air. Even if you're in the air, he can still pull you in, so make sure to glide away from it. After the boss explodes, you can go in for some damage. The boss will be helpless when it's summoning additional prisms. Use this chance to do some damage. If you're in the middle of a summon spot, you will get hurt. However, the AoE is a lot smaller than the indicator, so you can be at the edge and not take damage. And lastly, the final phase is collecting the 5 orbs in the air. They are randomly spawned, so you just gotta do your best job at grabbing them all. Make use of the wind currents to go up, and then turning off your glider or do a plunging attack to come back down. Thanks for watching this guide and all my other videos, it really helps me a lot. I'm glad most of you are enjoying my content, and as always, have fun out there, traveler.